All right, that's it. Walking in, get it done. Here we go.
A few moments later.
Uncomfortable is a good way to put it. Hey everybody, Dad Domesticus here. That was me about an hour after my vasectomy. And if you're watching this, you know what you're in for. This is my vasectomy vlog. Now, I want to make this video because I wanted to show how I did after my vasectomy, a couple hours, couple days, a week, and now 3 months out from my procedure. So that is what the next part of this video is going to be. At the end, I'm going to share, how I feel now, what I wish I knew, how to better prepare for it, and a recommendation of would I do this again. All right, so if you don't know what a vasectomy is, I'm going to leave a link to a very professional doctor explaining it in very good medical terms. Shorthand of it is this: you are blocking off the route for sperm to leave the body. Now, this is an outpatient procedure, meaning you're under local anesthetic. You're just numbed. You're not like out in a hospital waking up the next day or whatever. So you're fully aware of everything that's going on. Now, once you're given the local anesthetic, the procedure is actually really quick. It takes maybe 10, 15 minutes. You're done. You can stand up, you can walk, you're pretty much numb in that whole area, and you will be for about the next hour. I was actually able to walk right into the car. I had someone drive me home. Get someone to drive you home. You're going to be in no good mood to do any driving. And then got into a bed, laid down, and that's pretty much where I stayed for the next 3 days. Generally, people recover in about 3 to 7 days. Let's get to the videos now about how my journey went. So I'll start you off on that first video about an hour afterwards. Here we go. So I'm an hour out from the procedure. Uncomfortable is a good way to put it. Not horrible, not cringing painful, but definitely some not fun parts. I've been told to ice pack it, 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off, 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off, something like that. And to ice and ice and ice as much as possible. So that's what I'm going to be doing today and tomorrow. It is uncomfortable, I'll say that much. On a pain scale, I'm like at a 4 out of 10. Like, it's just really not comfortable. Maybe at times 5, but I think I'll be getting some meds in a little while. And yeah, I can feel it coming back. So I'm gonna put some ice on. Frozen peas, my new best friends. Bye. Okay, so I'm about 24 hours out from my procedure, and I've got to say, still a little uncomfortable. Not like yesterday, but last night I did not get a lot of sleep. I generally sleep on my stomach, and having to sleep on my back was not the easiest thing to do. I've walked around a little bit today, and that is about all that I can do. So 24 hours out, and yeah, still very sore. I can see why they tell you don't do anything for 2 days, because it is just not, really not advisable. And yeah, hoping that someone will make a beer run for me soon. Okay, so I am now, let's see, a week and a day from the procedure, and I'm doing way better. Yesterday was good. Today I'm feeling much, much better. Not a lot of pain, not a lot of discomfort. Sitting up, standing is still, how do I put it? You have to, it's a delicate situation. Yesterday, I accidentally picked up my girl. I say don't pick up anything more than 10 pounds for the first 7 days. Yesterday was the 7th day. And I accidentally picked up my youngest, who weighs about 20 something pounds. And that was a mistake. And I was not comfortable, to say the least, for a good couple hours. But after that, I think I was doing all right. I am now about a week out going, okay, I can see this starting to, I can see I've reached the bell curve, and I'm really starting on that decline of pain and uncomfortability. Uncomfortability, I'll say that's a word. Why not? I'm looking forward to just all this being done. I was telling my wife I don't bounce back anymore. I kind of thud around. That's kind of what I feel like. I was hoping to just kind of like get the procedure, a couple days out, be cool, have some, have some moments of like meh, But it has not been that. I have definitely had a slower recovery than I thought I was going to. I did not care for that. Sitting has been something that I have not been able to do very well for a long time. So I'm going to sit in my little office chair and try to get some editing done and a couple other things. But other than that, really, I am just really looking forward to being done with all of the of all of the sensitivity that I am feeling right now. Yeah. All right, that last video was me about a week after the procedure. And you can tell I was doing okay, but I wasn't at 100%. Most guys bounce back from this about 3 days later, 7 days, they're totally fine. That was not my case. After about a week, I was feeling about 80%. About 2 weeks later, I was about 90%. About a month later, it was like nothing, I was pretty much back to normal. Now, 3 months out from the procedure, it's like nothing happened. I don't feel anything in particular. Now, for what I wish I had known. 1, yes, getting the local anesthetic is not fun. But nowhere near like the worst pain, at least I've ever had in my life. Okay, I'll say this. The worst pain I've ever had in my life, trigger warning if you do not like, painful stories, but here we go. I shattered my heels in college, fell off a rock. Both my calcaneus is like, china plates, just gone. That hurt a lot. But the worst pain was they had these catheters in my feet to drain the excess blood after the surgery, and those had to get pulled out. And that was the single most painful physical moment I think I've ever felt. This was nowhere near that. This was uncomfortable, yes. But deep breaths, you'll be all good. 2, that I wish I'd known that the healing process could take a little longer than what everybody had said it would. I looked at a bunch of not websites, but like Facebook groups. I read up a lot, as much as I could find, and everybody said 3 days, you're pretty much out, and then about a week, you're kind of feeling tender, and that's about it. It took much longer for me, and honestly, it took about a month for me to feel up back to 100%. And there were surprising times when, like, I would reach for a door, or I would do something too quick, and all of a sudden I'd get this pain that go from like my groin up into my tummy, and I was like, oh, that was not good. Also, any time after that, you are so sensitive. Any minor hit, brush up against something, and you're just going to feel it. Even sitting in I sat in some hard wood chairs, that just was uncomfortable. So just to let you know, you will feel some discomfort for a while. At least I'll say I did. So here's what I would recommend for you. 1, follow your doctor's orders. There's a general, advice to this. Take it easy, ice packs, things like that. But whatever your doctor says, do it to the T. 2, these ice packs, they're nice and thin. And the best thing about them is that they're flexible. And that helped me out so much because they allowed to conform to wherever you needed the most help. Also, do not put those on bare skin. I don't know why you would do that in the first place, but don't do that. I wrapped mine up in a towel. That really helped out. And also allow yourself the time to rest. I think it was like a day or 2 after the procedure, I was still feeling really sore, and I got out of bed to like help out around the house. Don't do that. That only caused more pain and suffering for later on. Yeah, allow yourself the time to rest. How to best prepare for this? One of the things would be to be cleared out on the calendar. You're going to want nothing to do for at least 3 days. If you can plan it on a long weekend, amen. I know a lot of guys like to do this at March Madness. Totally see why. If it was a World Cup year, man, I would have been so happy. But we have a separate bedroom. That's where I'm at right now. It's got a bed and a bathroom right next to it, and that was really, really helpful. I would say the best thing to have is a bed close with the closest access to a bathroom that you can get in your house, because you're not going to want to walk far. I know it sounds bad, but especially the first 3 days, you're not going to want to walk all that far from any point from your bed. And last but not least, would I do this again / do I recommend this procedure? Yes, absolutely. I have no qualms about it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I totally, wholeheartedly recommend this procedure. It's an outpatient surgery. Most guys, I would say most guys that I talk to that I know have had this procedure done are good back to almost 100% in about a week. Absolutely. For the amount of risks that you're taking prior to the procedure to the amount of risk that you have after the procedure, it's night and day. I would 100% recommend this because for my family, at least, we're done with the babies. No more babies. Like, I'm old. I got 2 of them. It's more than enough. We're done with it. So for us, this was a great decision for our family. And I, again, highly recommend this. All right, that is it. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Woo! Oh, a special star for you, let me tell you. The question to ask, you got to do it after this. Have you had a vasectomy? Are you thinking about having a vasectomy? If you have any questions, leave them in the comment sections below. I am more than happy to give you my own honest experience, and I will try to point you in the right direction of anything that I cannot answer. I'm not a medical professional, so take everything I said with a grain of salt. But I wanted to just offer at least my own personal experience. All right, everybody. Hope you're having a good rest of the day. Bye.